Okay, so this is the Transformer Long Haul. I'm going to just go over real quick how to transform him. So, start with the feet, kind of click those together like that. His legs all nice and straightened out. These grill tabs out like this, both legs, like that. Next, come over to like the backpack that he's got here, kind of get that up, start moving all this stuff out of the way. And here at the torso, kind of separates and opens, so you want to let that happen. Oh my gosh, get your hand out of the way. There you go, like that. So, next the goal is we're gonna fold up the leg and get it under here. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll show what it looks like. So here and here, get the arm out of the way. The leg is tucked up into this like nice U shape. This wheel is on a pivot. It's going to be higher up. You'll want to pivot it down. Sometimes it's a little tricky to move, but it can move. Also, I'm not sure if I'll be able to actually show it on the camera. Okay, see this little square peg right here? There's a peg on the back of your leg right here. That's where you want to get this peg into this hole. So I'm going to do the other one now. Again, see, here's the wheel, and I'm going to just kind of pivots down. There we go. So here you can see wheels are all nice and tucked in. I mean, legs are all nice and tucked in. Two wheels are where they need to be. Now you take the two grill plates that you've unfolded, and you're going to kind of click them together like this. It doesn't snap together like real firm, it just kind of sits together, makes the front grill of the truck. Fold that out a little bit. You're going to take this next piece, this hood, and you want to kind of tuck it down over the feet. Best thing you can do is kind of bend the little toes up a bit so that the grill thing can come down, and then just kind of push. There is a tiny little peg point and a snap point in here, so this should be able to kind of click together. It's not going to be real firm, but you should, if they're touching like this, you're about right. And there's pegs here and here, and the grill pieces will snap into those. So now we've kind of got the front grill of the truck right here. Next, we're going to go around to the back. We're just kind of move all this excess stuff out of the way. Kind of just fold his arms as best out of the way as you can. Sometimes they kind of get all up in the Kool-Aid. Those little hands are on a pivot. They just go straight down into the arm like that. Same thing both sides. Now what we're going to focus on are these back wheels right here. This bucket thing is on this gray pivot. It kind of can move all over the place and sometimes in weird ways. Biggest thing to keep let's see if I can show it on the camera. So there's this gray bar that it sits on. It can actually slide up and down through here. You're going to want this all the way up so it can be as much out of the way as you can right now. With these wheels, you're going to bring them like this, and then you're going to bring them together, and they will click into one another. Sometimes they fight, but it should click in. So that's what you'll wind up in. There's two gray pegs right there. and there's 2 holes right there on his chest. You're going to move those right in there. They should slide in real nice, just like that. Next, I'm going to take the arms, kind of bring them up. These like shield plate things on his side, they can pivot flat, they can pivot like that. So right now you're going to want them like this. Just kind of rest his back hands on his hands on the back of the back wheels. You don't need them perfect right now because we're not quite done yet. Next, with this part, you're going to kind of bring it down, and there are tabs along the edge here. You're going to click them into You're going to click them into tabs along this line. This part normally takes a fair bit of fiddling because, again, that gray bar it can be kind of in your way and kind of not in your way, so it takes a bit of playing. And there we go. So now the arms have connected to the bucket, and he is now. Oh, what did I do? Oopsies. He's now a dump truck. One of the cooler things about this is because his arms make the bucket, you can actually dump the dump truck, which is neat. To go back, you pretty much just reverse the steps. I normally start here with the grill, bring this up, just kind of disconnect the arms out, get them wide out of your way. Go with the back wheels. First, pop them out of his chest and disconnect. Back with the front, separate the grill completely, and then work on pulling out the legs. It really should just pretty much separate. It shouldn't be a big fight. See, just comes right out. So, like that. Turning them around to the front here. Put the wheels. Again, on that pivot point, you don't necessarily have to do this. A lot of it's aesthetic, but sometimes it can get in the way of putting the grill piece on. You move the wheel down. See how this one I just moved down, this one's higher. So yeah, move it down. Open up the feet. He's got like these big shovel bucket feet going on. That. With the grill pieces, they fold around, and there's a tab on his front leg that it connects into. So like the grill is folded all around his leg. Same thing both sides. Oh God. Jesus. Long haul, you're drunk. Knock it off. So yeah, same thing, both sides. Just like that. So here we go, there's his front. His torso's kind of all over the place right now. What you're just want to do, right here at his waist, there are these 2 peg points. They're going to connect into these 2 peg points on his torso. They are not super snug connecting points. They basically just kind of rest there. So I would say get used to the concept of his torso just flying back wildly. In fact, I guarantee it's probably going to happen before I finish transforming him all the way. Because again, Long Haul's drunk. Shield plates on his arms, you can keep them back, you can bring them forward. It's really an aesthetic choice. Doesn't matter, doesn't change the transformation really in any way. You fold the hands out, bring the shield plates out. See, here he goes, drunk bastard. So back here with his like cabin hood, what we're gonna do with the peg hole here, we're gonna connect it to the peg plate here. It kind of helps stabilize his torso a little bit, but not a shit ton. Next, we got this mess up here. We're going to try to just get these wheels to lay back flat like this. With this part, there is a peg piece here, and there's a hole here. Ideally, they'll connect. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, that time I got it pretty quick, so cool. And this part just basically lays here. So, bam, there we go. Now he's a robot again. Neat little side gimmick they put in for him when he's in robot mode. There's these tabs here. You push them and ka-ching! He's got like axes that come out. Energon blade thingies. He's got one for each arm, so he can just, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's the guy. There you go.